Hey everyone, what's going on? Thanks for tuning in to Relevant Jukebox, and today we're going to talk about the newest album from 070 Shake, Modus Vivendi. So this is the debut studio album from rapper and future crooner 070 Shake. And in 2018, Shake actually picked up a little bit of hype coming off of a couple hot features from Kanye West's Wyoming sessions. She had guest vocal appearances on a track from Daytona and Nas's Nasir, and she also was featured on 2 tracks from Kanye's Ye. And here we are a couple years later with a full length of brand new material following up her debut EP, Glitter. And on this new album here, she's still sticking somewhat to those Kanye roots, as this was executive produced by Mike Dean, who also works very closely producing Kanye's last couple records. And this also features production on here, interestingly, from Dave Hamlin of the indie rock band The Stills. The cover of this album is actually a pretty good indication as to what it's shooting for. Overall, it's like this fuzzy, dystopian fusion of R&B and hip-hop going on over here. There's a lot of references to flying, space, taking drugs, and love, and she's really not shy in the reverb at times. And there is a pretty big Kanye West influence that hangs over this thing in the production and also in some of the vocal performances, like a mixture between like 808s and heartbreaks and Yay or something like that. The start of this record isn't really a good one though. The first 2 tracks, Don't Break the Silence and Come Around, actually come off like they're just 2 parts of songs, really. I do enjoy the production on these cuts, but they are so brief, they don't really set the right expectation as to what the rest of the album would hold, as these come off more like 2 motifs than complete songs. But that changes on the 3rd track, Morrow. There's some huge fuzzy bass on this one with some serene synthesizers layered in underneath, and the Kanye influence is pretty strong on this one, and it sounds like something that he might write, but maybe not with as strong of a hook on it. In the middle of this album though, I really like the track In the Pines, probably my favorite on the whole project. It has a pretty haunting sentiment actually in the lyrics of this track, and it deals a lot with being stuck in a relationship and questioning yourself and the motives of the other that you're dating. She's constantly asking where she is she in the pines? But then it also talks about being stuck and not wanting to leave this person even though you're dealing with these feelings because you don't want to be lonely. And it seems like she comes to terms on these feelings in the next track, Guilty Conscience. This is one of the more upbeat sounding parts on the record, with one of Shake's more passionate and memorable vocal performances, and it also does have one of the best choruses on the whole album, I think. Outside some of these more fully fleshed out tracks, a lot of the rest of this album does come off pretty comatose and kind of half-baked. I'm talking about tracks like Rocket Ship, Divorce, Terminal B, and even the closing track, Flight 319, just to name a few. It seems like Shake was focusing way more on the vibe that this record casts out. And for the most part, across this whole record, she does stick to that formula of these more hypnotic, fuzzy kind of beats that are a little more on the minimal side with some repetitive type structures, but when this thing hits, it's actually really intoxicating. And I mean, overall, I did actually enjoy this record, but going into it, don't expect every track to be gold. For me, the production on here was the big selling point, sounding pretty serene at times and a lot of sounds that I enjoy, but Shake's vocals can come off pretty one-dimensional at times on here. And I think this record would have been a lot more impactful if it had a singular narrative or concept that ran throughout it, that kind of paired along with this like dystopian, futuristic, kind of moody vibe that it has going for it. But I don't know, I saw a lot of people online eating this record up, and maybe it just wasn't for me. And with that being said, I'm feeling a 6 over here on this album. So if you're interested in picking this record up on vinyl, there is a really cool pressing up on Shake's website right now. It looks like this like white and peach kind of marbled pressing that is signed by Shake. So I'm gonna leave a link down below if you guys want to grab this thing. And if you listen to this record, let me know what you guys thought about it down in the comments below. And as always, thank you for watching. If you like music news and album reviews and music content and you want more videos from me, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Peace.